Okay, so I'm happy with um, the hands-on activity you have done in the mobile learning system, especially for the HTML glossaries. Okay, nearly every HTML text was covered in this glossary. We are going to learn to use a very powerful web design tool called Dreamweaver today. But before we move on, just want to check if you have any questions or comments about what we have done with HTML coding so far. So during the past 2 or 3 weeks, we have learned to use Notepad to work with XMLs and then HTML files. We learned some basic HTML tags. What we have learned will help us to build website for the final project of the web of the course, and we will also use what we have learned to make better use of forums and other web platforms. I have shown you how we can decorate text and make better posts by applying the HTML tags. Okay, so that noise comes from the light. Now, if you do not have any questions, then please go to our home page. Okay, mobile learning system, and click on save. So just say save as, and yeah, I click on learning page. Okay, click on save, and you see we have got local versions of our home page of the mobile learning system. Okay, and if you open it with Notepad, what do you see there? An HTML page. It's actually an HTML page. So you see HTML head, title, the tag. And if you scroll down, further down, you will surely find a body and a lot of HTML text. It's a forest out there. Okay, you see it ends with HTML, ends with body, and okay, it has JavaScript embedded. Now, nobody can manually code a page like this using Notepad, and we need to use tools to support us. Otherwise, it takes us several months, okay, simply to type the code, okay, for this page. Alright? So, in the session today, we are going to learn one of those very powerful tools that can assist us in designing website. This is called Dreamweaver. Now, in Vietnam now, there are two very popular web designing tools called Dreamweaver, what you are seeing, and it's installed on the computers. Microsoft front page is also popular. Dreamweaver had the strength of being a member of an ecosystem. I mean, Dreamweaver is part of the Adobe community, and with Adobe community you have Photoshop, you have Dreamweaver, you have auditions for editing audio file, you have what else? Adobe Premiere for building, publishing movies, and you have several other tools to work with designs and graphics. So this is the advantage. You have similar layout, you have similar tools, and Dreamweaver can get data from the other application like Photoshop, like Flash, quite easily because they belong to the same company. So now please find Dreamweaver on the computers, and we will move along together. So in your window, try to locate Dreamweaver and start it up. You will see something like this. Okay, so when Dreamweaver is up, please select create new HTML, and you will see a screen that is very similar to what I have on the projector. Now, when Dreamweaver is up, you can see many user commands at the top, and they are quite similar to what we have within Word. Further down in the middle, you have a very big blank space, and that is the design space for our website. At the bottom, we have properties panel that we will learn to use gradually when we work with different elements. On the left side, you see the folder trees, that help us to locate the path to the different files or the locations of the file. This is helpful when you build links. By default, Dreamweaver takes us to the design view, but you can also see the code view. Now please come here and click on code. Okay, so when you click on code, this is what you see. So when you see an empty page, you see the head, the title, the body, all these tags are generated automatically for us. You see, it saves you the trouble of typing. Okay. If you click on split view, what do you see? You see both the code and the design window. Okay, and now click back on design view and you see the whole window. Right, now let's try to see what Dreamweaver can make our job easier. Now let's type the poem again. Câu cá mùa thu. And okay. I'm sorry. Something down there. Okay, and I save this, create a folder here with my name, full website. Okay, and I put it in the name Goga. You see now I have a web page, and if I click on the page, you see it is okay, the format that I expect. I click on the code view and you see the paragraph tags are added automatically for us. Okay? It's not like in Notepad when you have to put in these paragraph tags manually. Now, let's go back to the design view and try to decorate a little bit. I want the title to be heading 2, and I want the first 2 lines to be in bold, italicized too. And I want these 2 to be red. I want this one to be bold and yellow in color. Yeah, let's look too flowery. So this color, yeah, just a little bit with that. And now with this I change the font size, Arial. Okay. save. And when I go back to the code view, voila, this is what you see. Okay. So the HTML code are automatically generated to create the format that you see on the design window. Okay, you see, it saves you tons of work by using this tool to design websites. So basically, this is what Dreamweaver is for. It automatically creates HTML codes. It cannot create all of the codes that we expect, but it's a big help when we build websites. Go back to design. And I named it Go Motu in the title up here. If I save it and go back to my folder, now you see this is what I have got. A page with all the color on the format, with the name of the page at the top. Okay, so this is our first work with Dreamweaver. Now, please go to your mobile learning system. I need to disable the attendance track. Now please go to topic 4, simple website. Okay, click on that link and you should be able to download the sample website that I want you to develop using Dreamweaver. So it's a zip file. Copy it to your folder and extract here. You have a folder. Yes. So what you are seeing now is the resource center of the original website of the English department about 12 years ago. In 2003, our first server of the university was in building E, and we tried to make use of it by putting in several HTML pages like this. Okay, then 3 or 4 years later, we started to build dynamic sites with forums and more interactive functionalities that you see now. Okay, so this is what we work with originally using front page. I want you to build a similar site, okay, using the materials that provided also in our mobile learning system. So please click on this link, materials for building website. Okay. And also unzip that file. So copy materials for building website and unzip it to my website folder. Extract here, and what you see in the resources for building website, the background image and all the contents in the WinWord files. Right, so all the raw materials for our websites are ready, and we need to use our skills and our knowledge of HTML to create a simple website that looks similar to to this one. Yeah. So open the home page and play around with it for 2 or 3 minutes. Try to think how you can build a website like this, okay, with your understanding of HTML so far. Okay, what are we supposed to do? What needs to be prepared? Okay, things like those. Now, so please look at this website again. There are several key areas that I need to draw your attention to. First thing first, you see the logo of the organization, or the company, or the institutions. You see, this is the logo of the Department of English, and usually, the good place to put the logo is the top left corner of the page here. So this is the logo area, and then next to the logo area, you see a big space, usually with the names of the websites, with the advertisements running up here. This is called the banner area. A lot of websites now, especially newspapers, say the banner area for running advertisements, and they make profits by running ads on those areas. So let's have a look at this. Yeah, okay. When I zoom this out, you can see the logo area at the top left corner and the banners. Okay. If people do not put the banner here, usually it will be the logos of the companies on one side, and text describing the mottos or the name. You see another example. You see the logo is on one side and the banner area is next to it. Now, there are other areas we conduct the horizontal navigation and the vertical navigation. Okay. So in this example, you see all of these links menu at the top, and they are called horizontal navigations. These are vertical navigations. So when you read instructions or a guidebook about web design, and if you see, references to the places, where they are, horizontal navigation, vertical navigation. And this area in the page is the content area, okay? Sorry. And lastly, we have the footer. What do you normally see at the footer of the page? You see copyright, term of use, contacts, and in our simple website, in the footer there is the current date retrieved from the computer, and by now you know how to do this, right? We need to insert a JavaScript into the page, and then copyright designed by this person and this person, and if you click here, it will activate the mail programs in the computer. Right. So that's a standard website. Some websites may have the navigation, the vertical navigations on the right instead of on the left. Or some even have navigation both sides of the website. Okay. But this is the basic layout. Okay. Now, tell me how we can create a page like this. We will work with the banner later, but now just look at the text, the image here. How do we have this column in this color and this column, and then this area with different colors? How do we do it? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Great. Exactly so. We do this by creating a table. We hide the border lines of the tables. And then all these areas are actually cells in a table. Right? So if we need to create a table here, how many columns and how many rows do we need? How many rows and how many columns? Four rows and two columns. Okay? One column, two column, one row, two row, three row, four row. And for this row, we split it into 5 or 6 different columns depending on our need. Right. Now, the first thing we need to do when we design a website is to plan ahead the folder on the website. Because if you do not plan ahead, later on, you will see a mess of files, images, videos, and sound that you cannot manage. Okay, so first thing first, create a folder. Let's say final web projects. Okay, and inside this folder, first I need a folder to put in my images. Okay, then I need another folder to contain all the sounds if I need to use sound files and the background sounds. If you want to use videos, it's good to have a folder that is separate from videos. And you can also have a folder called miscellaneous, in order to put things that you do not know which category to put it to. Okay? So the first step is to build a folder, subfolders, and plan ahead. Okay, what the website look like, how many videos, how many sound files, how many images you're gonna use. Why? Because it's like building a house. You need to have a plan. Okay? You need to have a design before you build a house. Otherwise, when you are building a website and you come back and say, I want to change this, it will take you a lot of time to fix the problem later. And this also saves you the troubles of correcting broken links that may have happened. Okay, now in a simple web page, look at this. We need to have a logo for the image, right? And we need to have the background of the page. This is the background image. So I go there out and I start to collect my resources. So that copy the logo and the background, put those two in the images, okay? And then I take all of these raw materials and put them in the miscellaneous. Okay, now, so we are ready with the folders, with the raw materials. Let's close our draft work and create a new HTML page. Okay, so just close the previous poem that you created to test Dreamweaver, and then click on New Front Page, save it, and click on Save, and I will save this page with the name index.html. Well, you do not need to type in the name HTML.html because Dreamweaver take it by default that you want to build a web page. So index, I click there, and then in the title, let's look at the sample. What is in the sample? It's a resource center for Vietnamese students of English. Okay, let's do the same. In the title, I put it resource center for Vietnamese students of English. Now, when I click on the code view, I can see the title showing up neatly within the title tag. You there? Let's go back to design. Now, so let's first create a frame for the page by inserting a table. Okay, so we click on Insert Table, and you can see the shortcut is Control Alternate T. How many rows do we need? We need 4 rows. Okay, and we need 2 columns. Okay, so it's like that. I just put in a plain table. It should have only 2 columns, not 3. I think. Then I drag this column out, and I make it nearly 1,000 pixels in width. This page and this page. Now, This is an important thing. Some of you, when you work on your final web project, you gonna use your laptop, okay? And your laptops, most of the modern laptops now have very wide screen. I mean, the width of the laptop from one side to the other may be 1,400 pixels. Okay, 1,400 pixels. This is it. Now, about 20 years ago, when computer first came out, most of the monitor screen size, most of the standard resolution was 800 in width and 600 in height. 800 pixels by 600 pixels. So the resolution is quite low. That means it cannot show a lot of content on the screen. When you buy a smartphone, these kinds of things are important. If you can buy a smartphone with a big resolution, you can see the full website without having to sliding from the left to the right. The resolution that I'm using now is this one, 1280 by 768. This is because I'm using the duplicate show mode. This resolution works on my laptop and it also works with this projector. If I increase my resolution, actually when this laptop is not there, the resolution may be up to this 104,040, which is even wider. And it allows me to see even one website on the left and one website on the right without much troubles. Now, most people now using very large screen for desktop so that they can see two screens. We have one Word document on this side and one web page, another Word document on this side. And this means you need to have a very large screen that might show up to 1,600 or even more than 2,000 pixels in width. However, when you design your website, you would want to make your website visible on all devices. If you use your laptops to make it very wide in the screen size and you design a web page, let's say 1,400. When I see the website on my laptop with a lower resolution, I will not be able to see all the contents of the website. I have to scroll the screen to and fro, and that's a very inconvenient for the users. Alright? So when you design website now, make sure that you use this screen resolution. Most of the smartphones, most of the desktops, and nearly all devices now can show contents at this resolution. You got that? This is important because when you go home and you have very good laptops, most of you gonna make it very wide, and then it shows perfectly well on your laptop, but not on the other computers. So in this case, you see, I'm going to put my website just 1,000 in width. So that now with the height of the website, there is no limit. We only care about the width because It's easy for the user to scroll up and down, but it's not comfortable scrolling left to right. Now, I hit enter once or twice, and now you see it is like this. I have the area for the logo, the area for the banner, area for contents. Yeah, it is just like this. And I click on save. So I have built the frame for our home page. If you go back to the code, you can see what you have created. It's a table with the width, with the border. Later on, if you want to remove the border, you can go to design and try to select table properties. Or you can just go to the code and change this value from 1 to 0. So border is 0 and go back to design. This is what you see. Okay, I mean, you will not be able to see the border of the table when the web page is finished, and this is what we want. But for now, we are in the design process, and it's better for us to see the border. So I put back border value to 1. You see the power of editing both in the code view and in the design view. It's very convenient. If you want, let's say, the width to be exactly 1000, I can go back to code, and instead of 992, I put it 1000, and you see like this in the design mode, exactly 1000. Okay. So that's why we need to work with the basic HTML tags before we learn Dreamweaver, because you can switch to and fro and make changes to the code whenever necessary. Right, now let's start with the logo. Click here and insert. So I click on insert. It's very similar to Dreamweaver, and I'm sure that all of you are familiar with it. So click on insert and insert image. You can also see the shortcut for this command, Control Alternate I for insert. And go to the logo in the image folders. Click on the logo, and click on OK. Now, when you insert an image, there is another choice of putting alternate text and description of the image. This is like this. Let me see if there's something here to show. basically this is this. If you put in the alternate text, later when the user hover their mouse over the image, a text will show up. Now it's helpful, okay, for several reasons. If the image cannot show up, the user also have a text to describe what is inside that area. It also creates a very nice effect when the user scroll their mouse over the image. And it's a good practice to add the link of the home page to the logo. So when the user click on the logo, it takes them right back to the home page. Okay? That is usually what web designers do for their website. So let's say I put here logo of English department. Okay, and if the user click on this logo, I want them to go to the department website, http://.net, and I click on OK, and you get an image like this. This is too big. You see, the width of the image is 400 pixels and the height is 218. You can see the properties down here. So you can change the value here, or you can use the design view to drag the image and resize it. So let's say I just want it to be about this. Yeah. So now it's 236. Let's say I want it to be only 230 pixels. Sorry, 230 pixels in width. Okay. And now, I drag the table cells up. I delete all of the line break. And save. It will be like this. And when I go back to my final web project, you see now I have my index page. And when I click on that, oh, you see like this. And now the link to the home page doesn't work here. It's only the alternate text. So if you really need to show the link, I mean, if you really want users to be able to click on the logo, you need to click on the image again, and then in the properties here, type the link on the home page. So I type it in http://.net. just put wine.net there. Okay, you only need to put wine.net, not HTTP, because by default HTTP is added. Okay? Yeah. So I have just added the link to the logo, and when the user click on this logo, they go to my home page. Is everything okay so far? Yep. Yeah, the alternate text. Because most of the browser now, okay, doesn't do it. Most of the modern browser, web browser, no longer show up the text. So you only see, okay, the alternate text when the images, okay, are not up. Because modern web pages have so many images, and possibly they do not want us to see too much text coming up when we hover our mouse. I will try with a very obsolete browser to see how it goes. Now, we need to create a banner to put it in the banner area, and as you see, This is an image. So how are we going to create this image? We use word art in Dreamweaver, okay, and save and the word art as an image. So open Dreamweaver, click on insert and insert word art. This is what we need. And I will type it here. Resource Center for Vietnamese students of English. Okay, and you will get something like this. Okay, so this is the banner. You can customize it a little bit if you like to do so. For example, you can create 3D effects. Yeah, so I will just make it plain like this. Now please tell me how we can get an image from this word art. Save as. Save as. Now, so we save as what? We save this file as a document. Now, if you click on that, it doesn't allow you to save as. Actually, you can save as. You can say as docx, I think. Save as Word document first. Save, and then it allows you. No, it doesn't allow you to save to. my also correct my work art. Okay, that is also a solution. So if you really want to create the work art like the sample that we have seen, we need to use work compatibility mode. It doesn't allow us to create that kind of work art in Word. Okay, new format. Sorry. Resource Center for Vietnamese students of English. Okay. This is our banner. Right. It's like this. And if you crop or if you do a screenshot, then we also have another problem. Now look at this sample. You see, it doesn't have the white background. It is transparent in the background. So, you know, this image needs to have a transparent background. Well, let me give you a tip. Use PowerPoint. Okay? In PowerPoint, nearly all objects can be saved as an image. And you can even save as a transparent. So copy from Word, go to PowerPoint, paste. I just delete all these text boxes to make it easy. And yeah, like this, and right click. You can see we now can save as picture. Okay, so I click on save as picture, and I save that in my web design folder. Go to find a web project and images, and we say that in the PNG, portable network graphics format, and I name it banner. Now PNG allows us to have transparent background. So I click on save. Right, and now I go back to Dreamweaver and insert the banner. Oh, it's huge. I say I just want to make it about 700. Right center. There you go. Okay? So try to make it something like this. be able to show up because it's, Dreamweaver treats that as an image. And actually when you copy that, it's saved as an image somewhere, okay, on the computer. Okay, it's now 9:35. So let's take a break here, and we're gonna come back, okay, at around 5 to 10. Okay, we keep working, okay, with the design. I think within the session this morning, we can complete the home page. All right, so let's now take a break. Okay, now let's get back and keep going with our work. Now, so we are here before the break. Now, we need to add color to the background of the banner area. Okay? Now, are you all here? You can put a logo and a banner. Good. Just put the image there inside the cells, and we select the background colors. Here. Now, if you need to use the exact color that show up in the banner here, what do? You need to get the color code. Okay, either use the color picker, okay, or you can view the code of the page. I can, try to see the color code of the page. Where's the body? I think it's this color, FFCCOO. Yeah. Okay. Now, let's go back to this place. We now need to split the horizontal navigation into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different areas for the 5 buttons: study skills, linguistics, literature, methodology, and about. So I will put my mouse here, table, and split cells. You see that menu command? Okay, so just right click on the cells and then split cell. Split the cells into 5. Okay. So I split into column and I will make it 5. Okay, this will be like this. Now everything is ready. We start to put in the menus. You see from the left, home, study skills, linguistic, literature, methodology, and about. Okay. So I will put it here. Text, home, study skills, linguistics, literature, what else? Methodology and about. Okay, and the text should be emboldened. And we center them. Okay. Ready? Now, you see at the top here, these cells are no longer equal in the width. Some are short, some are longer. We want them to be the same in the size, in the width, I mean. So we can do that by defining the properties of each cell. Now scroll down to the bottom, you should be able to see a ruler. So the length of this column is 184 pixels. The total length of the width of this column is 792 pixels, and it's divided into 5. So roughly speaking, it should be 160, right? A little bit less than that, 155. Okay, 150, 60 will make it 800. So I'm going to make all of these cells 155. So click on these cells and horizontal width, I will make it 155. Look. This one should also be 155. one 155. Oh. And this one. Should be 158 if divided by 5. So I put it again, 158. Yeah, okay, the lip much better now. So let's say I divide it, okay, the size, okay, of all of these cells into 5 equal parts, and put in the cells. Now, on the left, we going to put in the vertical links, text for vertical links. So we have jobs, ESL activities, postgraduate, 9 classes. So let's do the same jobs. ESL's activities, postgraduate, and then 9 classes. Make it bold and also center it. Okay. Now, we need to create the background color for the vertical and the horizontal navigation. So, put in the color. Background color. Yeah. 339900. That's the color code. Okay, and to make the text, stand out from this background, it's better to have white, because white color stand out very well against dark blue background. So I will just make this text color. it's gonna be like that. Is it okay? Okay, we'll fix that later. No, you need to realign to top. These cells, vertical alignment to top. Okay. Yep. So you can select a text and then font, size, and color is right here. See? Yeah, it's here in the font. Okay, text, font, size, color. Yeah, it's here. You can select white. Just click here and then there's a color palette showing up. You can select the color. Very nice to that, yeah. Okay. Okay. Doesn't contrast very well. Perhaps it should be, bright red or dark. Okay, are you all here? Now, the next part, okay, of the symbol is to have a background image, okay, for the contents area, and then we put the date in a footer together with our names, okay, and some of the copyright informations. Right. Now, to put the image at the background of the cells in the content areas, simply put your mouse inside the cell and then go to the properties panel, background, okay, of the cells, and select the background image. And this is what you get. Okay. Now, there's a note. If you open the background file, you see it's only 7 kilobytes. Now, some students love to have very beautiful, okay, backgrounds, so they insert, okay, a photo. It's okay to have a photo there, but remember, your photo will be tied across the screen. So if you, if you simply select a photo, for example, like this, oh yes. Just do it again. Yeah, this is what happens if you put in an image. Okay, this is called the tiling effect. The image is tiled across the screen. So when you design your website on the screen, it looks perfect. Okay, the image is from here to here. But when the web user uses on a wider screen, then it will be tied up to here. And it's very unpleasant for the eyes. So when you use the background image of the web, make sure that it's like the tie, very small. But then when it is tied across the whole area of the website, it looks nice. That's why when you design a website, try to find a background image. See there? So when I type in website background images, I can find a lot of nice backgrounds that I can use. And when they tie together, they will create very nice pattern. Yeah. So this is a web pattern. This is a background pattern. When they are tied, they do not, create borders between the ties, like the logos that we have just seen. Right. So try with different, background images on the web, and see what might come up. Right, so I go back here and I train to background. Okay, back to this. Now, for the last two cells, the color should be also yellow. Oops, sorry. This color. This color. Let's do the same. MFCCOL, okay. Okay, they match. Now, right at this corner, I put in some text to mark the place, and then I find in the code to put in the JavaScript. Now last time, when we work with HTML basics, we have already used that code to show the current date and time of the system. So I put in some fake text, and I will delete data and go back to code. Okay, so this is where I should insert the JavaScript. Have you got that? Go back to design mode, put in some text there, and then go to code. Okay, this is where we should insert our JavaScript, this area. Okay, now I now go to the miscellaneous and open the JavaScript file. Close it. Okay. You do not need to understand this script. Basically, what it does is it shows the date and time of the system. Okay, so I put the JavaScript inside the code view, right? And then I go back to design, just leave it there. You do not see it now, but when you click on File and then Preview in browser, let's say Preview in Chrome, yeah, this is what it looks like. We have Tuesday, May 5th. Alright? So if you want to insert JavaScript into your web page, that's how you do it. Can you only insert the JavaScript? Okay, good. Now, we have another problem to solve. When I see this in the preview mode, you see the jokes is down here, quite far away from home. And if you insert a lot more text here, it may be somewhere here. So there is an empty space between the first navigation link and the top. Okay. Do you have this problem too? Okay. Now, let me explain. If I have a lot more, okay, and the space here, this is what it's gonna look like. So the longer the page, okay, the bigger the space between this and the home link. So we need to put all this tag to the top. Okay? This is this. When you put jobs, ESL activity in postgraduate, if you have just a little text in the content area, it's okay. But now let's say I have a lot of text. Scroll down, and this is put in the center or by default. Now there's a big gap between this and the home links, and okay, that's not good. Okay, in terms of design. Okay. So let's go back to these cells. So put our mouse into these cells, and in the vertical alignment, click on top. Okay, and now it jumps to top. That's it. And now when you go out to the test page, refresh, you see, now it jumps to the top. You need to align it to the top. Okay. Next, we're gonna put our name. So design by Nguyễn Văn X for the course, and then teacher in church. And we need to put in the text here. Design by Nguyễn X for online educational resources design, and course and instructor names. Right. And then we align this to the center. Now, we have another problem. You see, the space between these two lines is too much. We do not want them to be this big. It should be closer. So you can fix this by using the code view, replace the paragraph tag with the BR, the breakline tag. Right. Because it's easier to do so. So I select the text and go to code view or split. Now you see, instead of having paragraph, delete the paragraph. Okay. Delete paragraph tag. And then insert the break tag. And this is what you get. See that? So sometimes you need to switch back to the code view to fix that. Now, you want the web users to be able to click on the name, and then it starts up the mail programs. So we cannot do this in design view. We need to code it. So select the text, your name, and in the code view, we're gonna create a link, anchor, link reference equal to, we say, mail to, let's say, you have an X at gmail.com, and then we close the anchor tag. IT design view. This is it. Fine. Oh, there you go, S side. Okay, so mail to, simply mail to. Yeah. Let's see how you know, activate the mail sending program. So, in the hyperlink, instead of putting a link there, if you do not like to put this email code, you can link it to your Facebook, to your Twitter or LinkedIn's page. Okay? Right, the last step is to put in some contents for the home page. Right, so I just copy the text and paste it. Save. Okay, see, it's almost finished. You have text here, footer here, navigation link and everything. The last thing is to remove the border, of the table. How do you remove the border? just make it 0 in the so you can either select a table and make the border 0 on right click. Okay, so go up, right to the top, underneath, okay, the body, here, change the border value to 0, and save. Now go back here and F5. Now, you have a finished, okay, home page. If you want to make any changes, try to do it now, because later you are going to clone this page. You are going to create maybe 10, 20 or even 100 pages based on this template. Okay, so right at this stage, try to think ahead of any possible changes you want to make to the color, to the banner, to the image, so that later on in the other pages you only need to put in the contents. Now, if you want to make changes when the website is almost finished, you have to make changes to all the individual pages. So instead of doing it only once now, you have to do it 10, 20 or 30 times. You understand what I mean? At this stage, stop and think for yourself, do I really like this banner? Do I really like this JavaScript here? Do I really like this design? Okay, am I completely happy with this? Am I ready to clone this? Okay. That's enough for today. Okay, in the next session, we'll start clone these templates to the other pages, and we build links to make a complete website. Now, you have 5 more minutes to complete your home page, and then we go back to our mobile learning system, look at the hands-on. Oh, it should be within the hyperlink reference. Wait. Yeah, close it. Yeah, the name. Anchor. Now, this is where you close the anchor. Okay, now let's check it. Yeah, there you go. Let's make it center. Okay. Yeah. Save and then test. Yeah, just yeah, you can do it yourself. Yeah, just remove all the paragraph here. Remove the deep cell here. Okay, and remove this too. Right. Good. Right. Yeah. Right here. Put a break. Yeah. Put a PR there again. Sorry. Yeah. Put a break there. Okay. Let's put it in the code. Now, put a break. PR. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let me show the code for the email because some of you haven't been able to catch up with that. Hello. Hello. Đúng rồi. Chắc là lúc khác để em gọi anh đang họp. Okay. So basically, instead of hyperlink to a website, okay, you use code to activate the mail sending program.
Ah, are you on then? If you are done, then go to our mobile learning system, click on hands-on 6 and submit the home page that you have just designed. That is the hands-on activities for this morning. Yeah, upload just the home page. I just want to see the code and how it works. Hands-on 6.